What up, y'all? I'm JT, Chef Tickles, the Alaskan Sniper. I'm here with your boy Chris Easy, Deuces -1, Chris Evans.
What up? What up?
We're joined here with our man, Big Daddy, the boy himself, Faraz Sani,
What it do, baby?
DB the Assassin, Sharp Knuckles. How's it going? And let's get into it. This is Hoop Session.
What's up, boys? Welcome back to Hoop Session. We're at episode 28. Getting a lot of episodes through. 29. Cool.
29.
29. All right. Good stuff.
Just call it 30, man. You just call it 30. Round it up, man. We have 30.
That's quite impressive, though. 30 almost.
Yeah,
right?
It's not bad.
I pretty much got the All-Star break a little bit after, but yeah, it's been like 10, 12 days since we've been on last, so a lot has happened. Kind of affected our pick'em there, but that's okay. We'll go through that. Trade deadline dropped yesterday, so there were some moves, a lot of minuscule moves, but a couple big ones that we can talk about as well. And then any other kind of BS shit talking that we want to get through. I know the Celtics are on a nice losing slide. That's beautiful. Raptors look worse. Bro. That's great. A lot of good stuff going on.
They got the dub today, though, man. They got the dub today.
They won today. They needed that.
Stop the bleeding a bit, man.
Yeah, they needed that one, man. Yeah.
8th place, man. I looked up at the. My brother came in today watching the end of the game. He's like, "Wow, Celtics are under 500." Like, don't remind me,
dude. And they're still in the playoffs. That's the benefit of being in the East right now, man. Right?
Yeah. Good point.
Still in the playoffs. Crazy.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris? Like, are they going to pick up somebody in the buyout market, or what's going on? They got smaller, if anything, after this trade deadline.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't know. I really hope Andre Drummond comes, but I don't think that'll happen. So I think it's just we're just running it with Evan Fournier, really. See what happens.
Go super small.
Rob Will is coming into his own. Rob Will had to start today.
Yeah,
he played quite well in this first start of his career, I think. Mm-hmm. So I think if he sort of gains experience going into playoffs, he could be quite a good big for us. But we'll see what happens.
He's got potential. Obviously, he's super young, but like he does what he needs to do as a big. But they just need another, like literally a large body that can grab rebounds and stand under the rim. It's weird that they got rid of Tice. They have Tristan Thompson and like you said, Rob Williams there. So yeah, I guess they're going to be running super small Rockets 2.0. We'll see. Who did they beat really today?
Well. Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yikes.
You could pinpoint the exact moment your heart broke there, man.
Simpson style.
They can still get Drummond, even though I think he's going to the Lakers. I think they can still get him.
Who knows how that'll work, though? Hey?
I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna go to the Lakers on like a 1-year deal. I think.
Want a quick chip?
Because Charlotte and what was the other?
New York.
Charlotte and New York don't make sense as like 1-year destinations. Mm-hmm. So you have to sign like a multiple year deal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna do that in like the Corona year. He'll wait till next year when like there'll be crowds back and shit, and the cap will be higher or whatever. I'm sure there's like math in it where he makes more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like for the 1 year, and he's not gonna go to Brooklyn because Brooklyn's just too stacked now.
Mm-hmm.
You think there's no chance? No chance he goes to Brooklyn?
I think it got less with Blake there. I think he still wants some playing time, right?
The thing is, there's still a spot there for him.
Yeah,
he could still be the starting 5 easily.
He could, but then there's still going to be DJ's going to take minutes from him, and then they're going to play like small ball with Blake a lot. I just feel like he'll have more opportunity to get playing time at LA. I think in the Lakers, even with AD back, I can see them running double big lineups with him and AD.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know. In my head, I'm just like, it's clicking. I'm like, dude, he's going to go there. But I don't know.
I can see it, man. I can see it for sure. He's gonna go to a contender unless he's gonna sign like a multiple year deal, like you just said, right? Mm-hmm. If it's just 1 year, he has to go to somewhere he's gonna win something. And who's left right now?
Yeah, it's a waste to go to Charlotte or New York. You know, it's just a waste of the rest of your year. Yeah,
exactly. Go next year, sign a 4-year deal, whatever.
That's a thing, right? He's been one of those guys who hasn't been super consistent. Like, you know, he got paid from Detroit. He's still getting that. Well, he got bought out now, but yeah, maybe he go like the other team was Miami, right? He might go down to Miami, do a quick little 1-year deal, try to get to the finals, or like Lakers, Brooklyn, like we were just saying, and then dude, in Charlotte would be nice, but just not this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
If he
long-term
served it-
thinking.
Yeah.
More
I would
I
like
feel
to see
like-
that.
I feel like even though he's not like a superstar player, he's a consistent 14 and 14 dude, like 14
Easy.
and 15 dude.
Easy.
So I feel like that in that part, he's always been consistent. So it's like, you know what you get there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's very old school, right? Like he doesn't have a shot. You know, he doesn't really.
He also just
He's got
looks
hair-
old school. Boy, God,
He's got hair on. He's got hair on the shoulders. Like
lumbering down the court, looks super unathletic. Right? Like, no,
Dude,
for
yeah.
real though, right? He just has that old
Yeah.
school vibe to him. But like you said, Faraz, he is a walking, like, honestly, he's more of like, to me, he could be an 18 and 15 guy.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very easily.
easy.
That's unreal. Those
Yeah.
stats are nice, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. His conditioning comes up a little bit, but like that's, if he's going to a Lakers, if he's going to a Brooklyn, it's not like he's going to be playing 40 minutes a night probably, right? Sorry, Chris, go
No.
ahead, bro.
Do you think him going to like a Lakers or Brooklyn or like one of these contending teams, do you think it's sort of a risk he takes? Because say he goes to Brooklyn, gets whatever 25, 30 minutes a game, but his stats go significantly down because you have Harden, KD, and Kyrie. And then the next year when you have to re-sign somebody, do you think people are going to remember what you did in the past or just see you as this guy who went to Brooklyn and started averaging 10 and 10 maybe? And then now you're not going to get as much of a contract as if you were the dominant player you were in like Cleveland and Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's a good point.
what you're saying is like it's right, but like I feel like GMs and scouts, like they're not like a average fan, right? Like looking at like what just happened, like they know, depending on the system that you're in, what kind of production you're going to really put out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be that big of an issue because Drummond's done it for his like pretty much his whole career. It's not like he had one really good year and this is like his time to capitalize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah. And
Especially
sorry, go ahead, JC.
Well, I was just gonna say, Chris, like if he goes and he gets less minutes and everything is down, but like his PER, like his per 36 is fairly consistent. Like, okay, if he's getting 18 minutes a game and he's getting 6 to 8 points and like 9 rebounds, like that's okay. I think like DB is saying, like they can see through that, and then you're like, okay, cool. If he's actually getting like a solid 28, 30 minutes a game, what does that look like? But yeah, it kind of seems like it depends what he cares about. It's a good chance for him to go win a chip right now, or grab some money too and go to New York.
It's only half a season. Like, I don't think people really forget because it's like literally like only like 25, 30 games he's going to be joining the team for, excluding playoffs. But even like New York and Charlotte on a 1-year deal, I don't know what they can really offer him. Like 10 mil, like maybe, I don't know. I don't even know where they stand in like salary cap wise.
I haven't checked at all.
Yeah, that's tough.
I think if he goes to the Lakers, he probably won't even take a minutes dip, to be honest. I think he'll get a lot of run in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right now with the injuries that they have, yes. Like Marc Gasol's out, AD's out, LeBron is out. So they literally are running Trez and Markieff Morris and that Damon Jones.
Yeah.
Well, he's a much better option than Mark, right? Like
that's the thing. I think if they get him, Mark is like essentially done because Mark was a failed.
Or a
I think
coach.
Mark was whatever. Because Mark is just not. He's not who he used to be. Obviously, you can tell. He's definitely a hindrance on the court, more so. So I think like if Drummond was there, it's literally going to be running of him, Davis, and Trez at the 5.
Yeah.
And then I legit can see them running AD at the 4 and Drummond at the 5 for like.
That's a big front court, hey?
Massive.
And then LeBron at the 3, if you just put him, obviously he's a 1, but then you put him at a 3.
Yeah.
That's LeBron 6'8", 6'9".
Kuzma 6'9", Markieff Morris 6'9". They got a lot of height there at the forward spot.
Hopefully,
a lot of big.
Kuzma doesn't have to be on the court.
Yeah. He's in the rotation.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind him not being on that lineup though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go Drummond, AD, LeBron.
Shooter.
Yeah, Shooter is like at the point. Who do they have as a shooting guard? Who's like
You just run those 4 and you'll be
KCP.
KCP.
I would rather have Wes Matthews.
Depends who's on that day.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't even matter. Put LeBron at your point. Shooter.
Well, he is
going
going to be your point regardless.
Yeah.
He's your point regardless. Like whatever position we put him at, he's still going to be the guy who goes through. So
yeah,
it
exactly.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you could consistently run 2 out of those 3 guys, Trez, Drummond, and AD. Run 2 out of the 3 at all times, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then if you want to finish the game small with AD at your 5, fine. But their guard play is pretty weak, so you might as well just go big.
Why not?
I think you have to have AD on the court with one of those 2 other guys, though. I think Montrez and Drummond together is a little bit. They're kind of in each other's way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of them is going to really spread the court.
Yeah, good point. Great point.
Yeah.
It might be like a Drummond Braun and then Trez AD or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Who knows how they'll actually figure out the rotation. But was there any other trades that you guys wanted to kind of highlight or things that interested you?
So many, man. So many.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude, there's so many. Number one, the thing that interested me the most is that Lowry didn't get traded. Like no one found value in him, man. And what he wanted was absurd. I think he wanted like a 2-year extension as well if he signed anywhere for like 25 mil or something.
I
don't know.
Oh wow.
He wanted extra. Like I don't know. I think I don't know. I think the media and everything kind of makes him seem like he's a lot more than he really is. Like a big game changer. He's a scrappy, good guard. That's all I can like. That's what I think of him. But because he won that championship, like everyone just thinks of him so much differently now. It's crazy.
He's validated now, like with that championship. Like he can ask for whatever he wants now because he has that ring. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like you're not giving a 35-year-old 2-year, $25 million
Doesn't make sense
for potentially
Kawhi,
your backup point guard. You know?
for sure. Thank you, Kawhi. Straight up.
Dude, honestly, he could start on a lot of the contenders right now. But the thing is, I think it was the Raptors that were overvaluing him, like just like saying no to deals because I feel like there was a decent amount of interest. Like I think Heat were just refused to give up Hero, and Raptors were okay to say no. Like they wanted Hero, and Heat didn't want to include him, and that was it. Like if Hero is kind of like the piece that's defining getting Kyle Lowry or not, I don't know about that, right? Like I'm okay with Miami's decision to keep him.
Apparently they offered Robinson and picks, and I'm like, dude, even that's like, I don't know. Like
I think it was 2 picks.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I'm like, I know Robinson's not like a great player, but like, dude, his shot is like just pure.
Yeah,
like you don't find many dudes with that kind of shot. So I'm just like, that's
especially the fact like they have Norm. That's their point guard for the next 4 years at least.
Freddie.
Sorry, Freddie. Yeah.
And they got rid of Norm.
But yeah, they have Freddie, so like it makes sense. Like, okay, cool. Now that's my backcourt. Like Duncan Robinson, Freddie.
Yeah.
You got Siakam, you got OG. Like that's looking okay, but ultimately, I guess they said no. They said no to whatever the Clippers could offer as well. Clippers went out and picked up Rondo.
They also wanted the Lakers, Taylor Horton Tucker as well. On a package with Schroeder. I think it was Schroeder and KCP and a pick or something like that. But then Lakers offered, I think, something like that. And then Raptors was like, no, we want Taylor Horton Tucker as well. Yeah. And Lakers were just like, go away.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, man. I genuinely don't get it. He's good. Like he's actually like, as much as I hate on him, he's a good player and he's scrappy and he's the kind of player that you actually do want on your team. You hate playing against him, but you do want that kind of player on your team. It makes sense. But dude, he's 35 years old.
Exactly.
He has like legitimately one more year like this, and it's not like he's even like prime right now. Like I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
He's 6'1.5". Like he's a big, like overweight guy too, like thick guy. Obviously he's not overweight, but he's like a thick guy.
Dude, on the BMI, on the body mass index, he's overweight, man. He's definitely overweight.
He has to be, dude. He has to be, man. But yeah, I don't know. Fuck Lowry. Let's move on to a different trade.
There's a bunch of good trades, man. There's a bunch of good trades.
And Denver and Portland read up real nicely.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Gordon, JaVale McGee to Denver.
That's nice.
Denver
giving up nothing.
That's a big team if you look at it.
Yeah.
They gave up their
Denver's
starting
a big-
shooting guard, Gary
Yeah,
Harris,
Gary. Yeah.
right? Like he wasn't necessarily huge in terms of that team. Like they can certainly
Will
function without him.
Yeah,
Exactly. They have Will Barton.
Barton does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Morris, who still comes off the bench regardless. Obviously, Jamal Murray is going to take a bunch of the workload there. And I think they're now kind of doubling and hoping MPJ can kind of be more of a wing player. Because if they can play him and Aaron Gordon and Jokic, you know,
I think that's what they're going to do, though. That's what they're
They're
planning
going to be
on.
on the court. Yeah, they're going to be on the court at the same time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Yeah.
they're planning on doing, man.
It's nice for the Nuggets because, like, if Jokic and Murray aren't going off for one of them aren't going off for 30, they're usually not winning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It feels like, and if you have Aaron Gordon, another player who can easily drop for a 30 piece, you know, like he proved himself in Orlando that he could. Obviously, there's injuries and whatnot,
Mhm.
but now that you have that legit third scorer, third like solid player, I think they're looking dangerous going into like the last half of the season type thing.
For sure. That's big move, man.
Yeah.
That's a big move.
It
To
is
me,
big
that's your Jeremy Grant replacement from last year, right?
Yeah.
That's your 4 who can shoot, who can
Mhm.
who has kind of reestablished himself as a defender. I don't know, Chris, if I would say he's capable of going out and getting 30 anymore.
He
But-
could
You don't
on
think so?
occasion. On occasion.
Maybe,
He's
yeah.
not a 30-point scorer, though.
That's
Like,
not what
like
you
a-
need him to do, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Jokic is giving you high 20s every single game, regardless of a win or a loss. Like he's giving you that, and then like Murray as well. But then, yeah, you need like 15, 18 points from this guy. Maybe like a solid 12 or even a 20 from MPJ, and then let Will Barton cook on some some second squads.
couple highlight plays that gets the team going. He like crowns someone, or he gets a nice little fast break dunk. Dude,
Yeah.
people get hyped off that, right? That's a real effect. Like, I think he'll provide that for the team.
Mhm. But something that it also provides, especially in the Western Conference here, is now you have a legitimate guy that you can put on Kawhi, Paul George, LeBron. Probably, he's too big for Luka, but now you actually have like an actual good defender. Like he kind of, like I said, rebranded himself in Orlando as a defender.
Mhm.
He's shooting like 40% from 3, which is decent, but better than
Really
he's
good.
ever shot in his career. So I think he's going to get a lot of wide open looks. And Chris, like you said, he'll probably catch a few bodies at the beginning as well,
Yeah.
just to kind of get things going. They gave up, who they give up? RJ Hampton, right?
Yeah.
And
Gary Harris.
Gary
Harris,
Harris.
like we said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
RJ Hampton looked okay. He's a rook, but he's going to Orlando, and Orlando looks very young now. They completely exploded their whole team, trading like
Everyone, man.
3 of their starters.
4, right?
4 of their starters.
I think that
Fournier went to Boston. Vukovic went to Chicago. Who's the
Yeah.
fourth?
Aaron
Gordon.
Gordon. Obviously, that's 3.
Aaron Gordon,
Who
yeah.
was the 4th? There was, I swear, 4 out of their 5, because I think
Terrence Ross? No, Terrence Ross.
No,
He
he
stayed.
stayed.
he tweeted something like
Yeah,
last
I'm
man
the
standing or
captain
something. I'm the
He's like,
captain.
I'm
Yeah,
the
yeah,
captain now.
Straight up how he is.
That's so sick.
Yeah. They're interesting for the next few years coming, because like they have a really young backcourt. They got Markel Fultz, they have Cole Anthony, who's a rookie from UNC, and now they got RJ Hampton. It's like a solid 3-man backcourt, and then they have like Jonathan Isaac, they have Mo Bamba still. Who else do they have? They have like so many of those guys who are just so long.
Yeah.
And then Terrence Ross is kind of like their vet, I guess, right now, which is kind of weird, but
They're in
Yeah.
full rebuild mode, hey?
Yo, they got rid of Al Farouk.
yes.
Well,
Yes.
Al
That's what
Farouk
it
Camino.
was.
Yeah. He was the real captain. But no more, man. But no more.
Oh man.
Dude, but honestly, the person that we glanced over the most by far and away there, like obviously Fournier from Orlando leaving, that's pretty big for the Celtics, right? That was your guys' big pickup, right?
Yeah. Only real pickup.
The only real pickup there. But the best player that got traded is Vukovic. Like, period.
Yeah.
The best player, period, that got traded was Vukovic.
Also.
And that's huge for Chicago.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
Are they still in the running for playoffs right now?
Yeah.
They're not in the playoffs, but
They're not in right now, right?
No,
I think
but
they
I mean
are.
in the East. They are?
No,
I think
they're
so.
10th.
I'm just. Or
They're
10th, I
10th
think,
right
or something
now.
like that. I don't think they're in,
yeah.
but 2 games. Like they go on a 3-game winning streak. They're in the playoffs.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. So it's like they definitely still
Well,
have a
hey.
chance with him.
Well, hey, now you have Vooch and you have Zach Levine, and you got to beat. Hey, look who's in 7th. You got to beat Boston twice to get into the playoffs if it started today. So
Not bad. at all,
Vooch
man.
pounding it inside to the
No, it's
no
7.
center
Play in
Celtics.
7 versus 8. Play in 7 versus 8.
7
No.
versus 8 and 9 versus 10.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so
seven.
it's 7 versus 8, and whoever wins that automatically gets the 7 spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's 9 versus 10, and
Yeah.
whoever wins that moves on to play the loser of the other series.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
they make it to the 8th spot.
That makes sense because I was
Yeah,
going to say
yeah.
then that it benefits you to be number 9 seed. 'Cause you
Yeah,
get to play the worst team. But
Exactly.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But no, I think Atlanta's going to cool off, and we're going to go on a little bit of run here. Got a home stretch, 7 games, so see what happens.
Talking about Boston again. God damn it.
Poor Boston, man. Honestly, it's just poor team altogether.
Oh man.
Dude, them in Toronto, man, they just fell apart.
Man, Toronto more so. Boston's at least still kicking it.
Yeah, but I expected more from Boston than Toronto. I didn't expect much from Toronto, really.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Boston was
I
supposed
thought
to, like you were
top
saying
3.
earlier, was like a top 3 guy, like team.
Yeah.
I did too.
Right? So
I
for
did
them,
too.
it's different. Yeah. Everyone thought they were going to be a really good team in the East, man. Like, it is what it is. They have a lot of talent. As much as we hate on them, they're a good team. But they're not playing like it.
Yeah.
They should be higher than they are. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Nobody sitting here expected Charlotte, New York, or Atlanta to be ahead of Boston. That's
Dude,
for
Charlotte's 4 right now.
4th. Yeah.
That's
There's a
LaMelo,
huge gap.
baby. LaMelo Ball, man. Seriously, he's making a change there. He's playing well.
Isn't Phoenix 2nd in the West now?
yeah.
Yep.
Phoenix is 2nd. Yeah.
2nd in the NBA too, right? Or 3rd?
30 and 14.
Third.
3rd in the NBA. Who
Yeah.
expected that?
Yeah. Good point.
Oh,
No one.
that's fucked.
Yo,
Faraz, what do
does
you
Does Charlotte fall out of the playoffs now with LaMelo out for the season?
Not if they get Drummond.
What's their seed right now? They're number 3, and how many games
They're
back is that? Number 4. How many
They're
games
number
back is like the
4.
number 9 seed right now?
2.
2 games back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 games
Like, easily
separate
fall
4
out.
and
Yeah.
9.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's legit nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Faraz, I was going to say, what do you think about Portland's moves? Bringing in Norm.
They got rid of my man Gary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, he hasn't been playing too well, though, like the past few weeks, especially.
Patty Mills.
I thought, yeah. I'm not too surprised they moved him, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Norm is really going to add that much to Portland. What's Norman Powell really going to do? We'll see. Who else?
Kind of a wash to me. It was kind of like a wash trade to me. Like,
Yeah.
he's just a bit more experienced, right? Gary Trent's only, I think, in his 3rd year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think with Portland, like, they didn't need to do a whole ton because, like, Nurk's going to be back soon, hopefully, right?
Well, he was back today.
He's back.
Oh, there you
today,
go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
He played today. Wow.
I mean, today Norm had 22 with 5 threes.
Good shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he fits into their system. Like, I don't.
He's going
It
to
was
play that
weird.
3-man role.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He's going to play that wing spot next to CJ because you don't need Gary Trent. Gary Trent's basically a CJ, like a poor man's CJ. So now you can get Norm who can play next to Dame and CJ, like as that small forward position, you know?
Pretty small lineup, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
CJ
Then you
and
have
Norm, that's real.
Then you
small.
have what, Robert Covington at 4 and Nurkic at 5. It's that's the thing. You traded away defense for a little bit more consistency in scoring, like a little bit more.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he fits better in terms of alongside Dame and CJ, but like in terms of the whole team, like I think you lost one of your better defenders, right? Your main defender on the wing now is Covington, and he hasn't been playing too well. So I guess they're just going to try to outshoot everybody.
I don't think they're. I mean, there's a lot of teams that I don't think really have a chance this year, anyways. Just straight up, right? Like it is what it is, and it might be like a next year kind of thing for them. but clearly they see something in Powell that maybe we don't. You said, I see it kind of as a wash. Maybe he's a bit better, but
Yeah,
it's not a big move in my opinion. Right?
exactly. And then what else did they do? Who else did they pick up for us?
It's not coming to mind right now. Who else? Chris, did they pick up anyone else?
Portland?
They traded Rodney Hood.
Portland.
They traded 2 for 1.
Oh,
That's it, right?
Two for one and a
was
pick. Yeah.
that was their only move, right?
So then
Portland's move. Yeah.
that's nothing.
Oh.
What about Oladipo?
That was
Depot.
That's nice.
Depot to Miami.
That's big.
That's big because even if he's like 80% of what he used to be, that's still better than Kelly Olynyk and I'm sorry, who else did they give up?
Avery Bradley.
Drew Bradley.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, Miami got a steal.
Yeah.
Miami got a steal. Dude, Kelly was good. Kelly was playing good for them, but
Yeah.
it's Victor Oladipo. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
better.
for sure.
He's a better player. Yeah.
Out of all the teams that didn't make a move, who do you think should have made a move? Like a Dallas?
Comes to mind. Dallas made a move, man.
Dallas?
They got Redick. They got JJ
big
Redick, right?
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's
that's
nice.
true.
That's very good.
They're gonna try to score 150 points every night. Like,
Just
Dude,
jacking up
that's-
threes. Man.
it's
Lakers.
insane.
Lakers should have made a move.
Yeah.
The Lakers
They can't
should
do.
still make a move.
What would you have liked to see them do, or what do you think would have been smart for us?
Lakers?
Yeah, like what's realistic for them?
I
Durant.
don't.
Dude, that'd be a good move, man. That would be
Yeah.
a really good move. Kuzma for
Yeah.
Durant, straight up. Boom.
Dude, Kuzma
don't
probably
know.
hyped for that.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
based on
Dude,
the players that got moved, right? Like which one of those guys
players?
was
dude, honestly, either one of Fournier or Aaron Gordon would have been money on the Lakers.
Fournier would have been disgusting. Yeah,
Fournier would have been very nice. I think Boston made the wrong move. I think, I don't know why. I don't know why they got Fournier. It didn't make sense to me.
Do you think they should have got Gordon?
Sorry?
You think they should have got Gordon instead? Or do you think why
thought
That would
Fournier?
make more sense.
Maybe Gordon over Fournier, but I thought it was just the wrong player. I thought they were just
Yes.
going to get a big dude. Like that's, I thought the main focus was going to be just Drummond
Yeah.
or an equivalent, like Kevin Love, maybe even if they could.
I thought like Vukovic.
Or
Vukovic
Vuk,
Yeah.
Vuk would have been
Oh
unreal.
my goodness,
Vuk,
man. That would be good.
Apparently, Orlando was
Unbelievable.
asking too much for Vuk and Gordon from Boston. And then they were like, okay, you can have Fournier for 2 picks.
yeah.
And then they get rid of Gordon for nothing and then get rid of Vukovic for nothing. So I think there was something going on there where it's like they didn't want to give Vukovic or Gordon to Boston. And they were
Yeah.
asking for a bit more than they really
Well-
wanted just to like sort of take away from Boston. That's what I was reading earlier. So
They
Could
probably
be.
would have wanted Jalen Brown and Marcus Smart. Like that's
yeah,
probably-
exactly. They would have wanted or Marcus Smart and 2 first rounders or something. Or like
Yeah.
yeah, exactly,
that,
something
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and
But
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, it's tough because I think like Boston has so many assets too, right? They have a lot of picks. They have the biggest trade exception, so that's probably why they're like alongside like, okay, I don't want to help out an Eastern Conference team that's close, but also like you have the most to give, so give it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah.
sense. Makes
It
sense.
makes
and
sense.
Danny Ainge has a reputation for
Grinding people down.
screwing people over for trades
Yeah.
or like
For sure.
fixing people quite well. So I think that's sort of catching up with them.
He's a businessman. He's too much of a businessman.
Yeah, no, man.
No, legit,
Straight
he's
up,
too
though.
much of a businessman. Yeah.
What do you
Yo,
guys think
guys-
about Lou Will going to Atlanta?
I'm
Or
happy,
Rondo
man.
going Clippers. Either way,
He belongs in Atlanta, man.
He
Yeah.
lives in
From
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
From
yeah.
Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah, he belongs in Atlanta, man. He's gonna have fun.
He's gonna retire. I think he's gonna spend like another 2 years there and just retire there. It's gonna be sick.
Well,
Yeah.
a quote just came out. I saw today, at least. I don't know when it came out, but he was saying like before this trade went down, he was thinking about retiring after this year.
Dude, he was
Mhm.
thinking about retiring like a year or two ago too. I remember him saying before the Clippers gave him the deal, he was talking about retiring, which is like he's young or not young, but it's like relatively.
young.
Yeah,
Man's
it's
been
not
in the
like
league for 16 years.
16 years, yeah, man. That's a
came
long
out of-
time.
He came out of high school and he's 33, right? How old is he? 30? Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
relatively,
yeah,
like something like that. 30. Yeah, I think he came in when he was 17.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So where do you think like that trade came from? Because it's kind of weird on both sides. Like I guess it helps the Clippers, but now you're losing such a big chunk of your scoring.
Clippers
And then
needed
for the
a point
Hawks,
guard.
But
Yeah.
they needed a point guard. They needed
True.
someone to just calm shit down when they needed
Yeah.
during the playoffs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think you trust the ball in his hands and not so much in like Patrick Beverley's hands, right?
Or
Like,
Reggie Jackson, Patrick Beverley. You don't want them
Yeah.
running the offense in the fourth quarter of a playoff
Dude,
game.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson scares me, man. I don't want.
For real.
No,
Yeah.
not his looks, man. The way he plays.
His looks? What?
What?
I thought Chris.
Yo, speaking of looks though, everybody at home, Google Fournier.
No, I don't want to. I already did.
Don't do
I already
it.
did.
Did you do
Don't
it,
do it.
JT?
Yeah, I did it yesterday.
Yeah, do you like it?
It was informational, very informative.
Looks just like mine. I didn't get it. I'm like,
Also, boys, today I just watched We Are the Millers, and the same thing kind of happens where the tarantula bites his nuts, and then
oh, that's a good movie, man.
great movie. Yeah.
Yo, what do you mean Google Fournier? Like,
Just
not
Google
Devin?
Google
Image.
just Fournier and then go to images.
Live reaction.
Yeah, live
I wanna
reaction
see
video.
I
live
don't know if
reaction.
I want to do this.
Just
No,
do
do
it.
it.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's just Fournier. It's
Yeah.
Teen work.
Keep scrolling.
Oh, come on.
What a weird name for it. Like, yeah,
Fournier,
let's call it
man.
Fournier. Anyways, let's jump over to our pick'em really quick. So the
Yeah,
pick'em, we chose our answers before injuries. Obviously, we weren't going to change our choices based on LeBron going out, AD still out. Lakers lost to the Suns.
That's his limit.
So Faraz was the only one that got that right. So he's pushed himself into the lead, 7-5.
Man.
DB drops to 500, 6-6. Chris 6-7. JT 4-8. And then I was thinking for the next game is this coming Monday night, Clippers at Bucks, or I think it's Bucks at Clippers. Sorry,
Bucks at Clippers.
Yeah.
All right, boys,
What
let's
day
get
is
these
it?
out quick too. Quick styles.
What day is it?
Monday.
Monday, Bucks at Clippers. I got Clippers.
Right, DB's got
No reason
Clippers.
behind it. I just got Clippers.
Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks, obviously.
Clippers.
But
I'll take
no
Clippers. I'll take
Okay.
Clippers.
Oh.
Okay, so everybody taking clips except for myself. So that means that you guys will all be correct.
Giannis is gonna dunk on his own rim for the game winner, man.
Yeah.
Oh, good shit.
Clippers are on a back-to-back, though.
Ooh.
Do you think Kawhi is going to sit that game, or he's going to sit against the Magic?
Magic.
Is he
Magic
gonna
most likely,
sit?
bro. If I was a betting man, I'd go with Magic.
Another one
man.
we didn't really talk about, but PJ Tucker going to Milwaukee. That's a huge
That's
move
nice.
that happened before the deadline.
Mhm.
I haven't had a chance to watch them actually run yet, but fuck, that's a nice move. Just put more shooters around that guy.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by to sesh with us. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your neighbor, tell your dog. Peace.